Today I'm going to be trying one of the heaviest weight denims that I've ever tried. This is the Gustin 597 Beast Red Fire, and it is 18-ounce fabric. It is heavyweight denim through and through. Plus, it has this really cool red glow to it. I want to see if they will go with cowboy boots. So let's try these Beast Red Fire Gustin jeans with 8 different types of cowboy boots featuring 8 different toe shapes to see how they look. Let's do it.
I'm just here to connect ya, and then I'll be on my way.
Hey everybody, my name is Jeremiah Craig. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, please subscribe. I've tried several pairs of Gustin jeans throughout the last year or so, and I gotta say that I'm a huge fan, but right when I first discovered their brand, this was the jean that I wanted to try the most. The Beast Red Fire. But every time I seemed to just miss the crowdfunding stage for it, and I would have to wait, and then I'd forget and do something else. So finally, I get the chance to try this supremely heavyweight, very unique looking denim jean from Gustin, and I'm really excited to get into the details of this and try it with several pairs of cowboy boots so we can see what they actually go with. But first, we gotta break down the details of this jean with the rundown. Alright everybody, this is the 597 Beast Red Fire jean from Gustin, and it is 100% cotton and an 18-ounce fabric. It feels so stiff, so starchy. I'm really curious to see how this jean breaks in. The warp yarn that's used to make this fabric is a classic dark indigo. It is basically what you would expect from some blue jeans. But then the other yarn that they use, the weft yarn, is red. It is a rusty, deep red that makes it almost glow. And on top of that, the yarn is kind of irregularly shaped, which allows some of the red to show through in certain areas more than others. It is a very unique looking jean, and it almost looks like it's rusting, right? It kind of has like this oxidation look to it that is unlike any other jean that I've ever seen. It also features a button fly here, a hand-stamped leather patch on the back, and they are made in the USA. I found the straight fit works great for cowboy boots. I've tried the slim fit in the past and it's not wide enough at the leg opening. These have a great leg opening for cowboy boots. It's proportional to the size. I got size 36 here, and that runs between 17.5 to 18-inch leg opening, which is plenty for cowboy boots. Pretty much will fit all of them for the most part, but we'll have to make sure with this heavyweight denim to see what it actually looks like. But for the most part, I love the straight fit Gustin jeans that I've tried with cowboy boots in the past. And that straight fit sits at the waist and it's straight through the seat and thigh. As far as inseams are concerned, Gustin has 2 inseams based off of your waist size. If you're between the size of 29 to 33, they got a 34 inseam. That's just how they come. And if you're a 34 waist and above, you got a 36 inseam. Again, just how they come. You can hem or cuff, whatever you want. I sometimes like to stack, so 36 inseam is great for me. And that's because I'm 6'1", 200 pounds, and after measuring my waist, I found that I'm a 35 waist size, and then I chose the size 36 of these Beast Red Fire jeans because the product page recommended sizing up a whole size due to the fabric that these jeans use. So definitely refer to the size chart, the measurement instructions, and the product recommendations at Gustin to get your actual size. And also Gustin pricing works a little bit differently. So they have in-stock prices and crowdfunding prices. Gustin loves to do crowdfunding to sort of decrease the waste in the world, and they like to just make pretty much what's ordered. But still, they do have jeans and other types of clothing in stock at certain times. Still, the crowdfunding price is usually cheaper than the in-stock price. So I saw the price of $189 for these jeans at Gustin's website right now, but if you check, it might be lower depending on the crowdfunding price, or it might be higher depending on the in-stock price. So be sure to keep that in mind when you're thinking about purchasing a pair of Gustin jeans. All right, I think we're pretty good with the rundown. Let's try on these Beast Red Fire jeans with cowboy boots. This will be the first time I'm trying these jeans on, so I'm really looking forward to see how they look and feel. All right, guys, this is the stiffest, most heavyweight jean I've tried. It feels so awkward. I've never tried anything like this before, so it's very stiff. It's clinging in areas that jeans haven't before. You know, jeans usually kind of settle, but these, once they get a crinkle in them like this or something, it's pretty much staying that way. You should have seen me try to get them out of the tops of these ropers. When I put them on, I was just fighting and fighting to get these to just sit and lay on the boot like any other jean, and finally when I did, it looks really good. I love the look of these jeans and just how they flow with these boots. So let's try out 8 different kinds of cowboy boots with 8 different toe shapes just to see how they work with this Beast Red Fire jean. And we're also going to do it cuffed as well, so you can see that red underneath, and that way you'll know if it'll work either way for your style. Let's kick it off with these roper boots. This is an Ariat Benchmade Clanton. It's got that roper round toe, kind of a shorter heel, about 1 1/4 to 1 1/2 Stockman style heel, and it comes up about 10 inches tall. And even just getting these jeans up to show you the tops is very difficult. But I like where they sit on the waist. I like the fact that it recommended going a size up. It feels very natural. I still want to wear a belt with these, but it also allows for some shrinking later on. And Gustin does shrink a little bit, especially when you dry them, of course. I have some 1968 jeans that stretched out like crazy, and then I washed and dried them, and they shrunk back up and fit me very well. So that's that jean though, and that's known for stretching. We'll have to see how these break in, so I'll have to do videos in the future. Let's try these cuffed. All right, so here they are cuffed, and I love that red. That red underneath there. You got the Selvedge ID, the red. Whew, this is classy. Wow, such a unique jean, and it is heavyweight too. One thing that I'm noticing is because it is so stiff, my movement here is less than other Gustins that I've tried. So it might break in. I mean, I'm wearing them pretty high up on the waist here, and I'm still not getting too much movement, but maybe that's just because it is so stiff everywhere else. It feels like I'm fighting. So if you were thinking about getting these and doing some like pretty heavy labor work right off the bat, you might want to think about breaking them in somehow and wearing them, just doing things here and there around the house before you actually really try to put these things through some heavy labor. But they feel like they could handle pretty much anything. So that's the ropers. Let's try a U-toe proper cowboy boot. All right, here's our proper cowboy boot. This is the Hondo 2670. They also named this boot after me. This is the Jeremiah. It has a U-toe, pretty normal looking round toe. It is a bullhide, about a 2-inch heel, and it comes up, here we go, about 14 inches tall. All right, so I got a feeling that no matter what boot we wear, short ones, high ones, tall ones, medium ones, these jeans are gonna do fine with it. I can't imagine that these jeans would show a boot top through them or even sag into shorter boots just because they are so stiff. These jeans are actually probably going to mold the top of the boot, kind of like a boot snake or something around the top. So I'm gonna say that you could pretty much wear any type of jean or boot with this, and the jeans are the boss here. The jeans are the boss here, not the boots, is what I'm trying to say. They look great, they feel really nice too. But again, not having a crazy amount of motion here, and we'll have to see how they break in. So they look really good. I love how they stack. Sometimes they're not even stacking, they're just sort of wrinkling up towards the knee and then doing whatever they want from there. This jean does whatever it wants. It's a beast in that way, especially. All right, here we go with those Hondos cuffed. And I think it's kind of cool. It's got a little bit of that red on the side seam before you get to the tops, but you get that red cuff as well. Doesn't quite match, but I like how close it gets, especially with the red on that Selvedge Denim ID there on the side. This is a cool look. Man, these jeans just are working. I think so far it's been great, and I don't see how I could go wrong with these jeans cuffed or stacked on any of these boots to remain in these videos, but I'll see. This is crazy. All right, here we have a medium round toe or an R-toe boot. This is a Rod Patrick calfskin boot, sort of new to me, and it's got about a 1.5 to 1 3/4 inch heel, and it comes up about 13 inches tall. I just did an extended test video for this boot, and that's in the Boots and Ballads bunkhouse, which is an area of my website that's sort of like a Patreon. So if you're interested in extra videos every week, extra live streams, giveaways sometimes, definitely head on over to jeremiahcraig.com/membership and sign up for your preferred tier. Everything from $8 a month to $30 a month, depending on what type of content regular you're looking for. So this looks really good. This is a more sort of narrow, sleek style with this Rod Patrick boot, and I was kind of concerned that a heavyweight denim like this with such a wide leg opening, 17.5 to 18 inches, would just swallow up these boots. But actually, it's looking really good. It's landing in a good spot on the boot. I'm not a huge fan of when a boot leg just sort of swallows the heel and it kind of comes down under the heel and you're walking on it all day. I don't like that look. I think you should show the heel if you got a good punchy heel, right? And that's exactly what we're seeing here. I have a boot later on that is just known for getting swallowed up by some of these jeans, and we'll have to see if those even stand the test. But here, it's standing the test really, really well. Now let's check them out cuffed. All right, here we go with those Rod Patricks and the cuff. And this is a cool look, very classic feeling to me, but yet there's a red stripe there from the cuff. Oh my gosh. These are crazy. These are crazy. Now let's try more of a pointed round toe boot. Maybe a J toe. All right, here's a more pointed round example. This is like a J toe or an X toe. This is a vintage Justin elephant boot. This is model number 9035, made in the late 60s to early 70s. It's got about a 1 3/4 inch heel here, and it comes up about 11 inches tall. Very classic boot here, and it's working with these sort of classic jeans. Again, I was afraid that these jeans would swallow up a boot like this, but it lands great, it looks great. I love the classic look of this elephant with the classic yet sort of modern look of these jeans. They kind of glow. They have that blue look to them, like, oh yeah, those are blue jeans, but then you look at them again and you're kind of like, why are they glowing red though? It's got that rusty undertone to it, and it's working with these boots for sure. I got a feeling they're gonna work with everything. I'm super excited about these jeans. Very unique feel, very unique look all around. Now let's try them cuffed. All right, here we go on those Justin 9035 vintage elephant boots, and what a vintage kind of feel this has as they're cuffed, huh? I love the texture on that cognac elephant, from the rust color cuff to the dark indigo leg. Whew. These are some special jeans. All right, here we have a snip toe boot. This is a Cowtown ostrich boot. Very pointed snip toe as well. Gotta love the ostrich. It's got about 1.5 inch heel, and it comes up about 13 inches tall. All right, they're getting a little bit easier to pull up now after pulling them up a few times here in this video. And they're landing very well on this boot as well. This is a more modern style snip toe boot, so it's got foams, non-removable insole in there that kind of fills up the space a little bit more than what some of these more traditionally made boots have. You're right, because you have the veg tan insole in there. There's no reason to take up extra room with foams and paddings and things like that. These Cowtown boots, they do have that to some extent, not as many as some of these other ones. But still, it's a little bit bigger of a boot, a little bit wider, so the jean is landing on it and working pretty much exactly like I expected. Now let's try it cuffed. You know, this is kind of like a classic but modern feel. Like, you got the snip toe, you got the ostrich, and cuffing makes me feel like it's a little bit more classic, like, I don't know, 50s kind of vibe, but because it's red, it brings in a little bit more modern styling to it. So I feel like I'm this interdimensional space right now with the fact that it's a red cuff, and I feel like, what is this, 50s or 2027? I have no idea, but I'm here for it. All right, here we have a cutter toe example, or narrow square toe. This is a top hand horsepower boot, model number 9500, camel color suede, and also about a 1 3/4 inch heel, and it comes up about 13 inches tall. Just like the snip toe, this is a wider boot, more modern made, so you have foams inside. You got a removable insole inside, which just means they need to make it a little bit bigger looking to fit everything in there. Even though it's the same size as some of these vintage boots, which actually look smaller. So that's kind of the difference between a more modern made and a vintage looking boot, is that they're a little bit bigger because they have to fit all the foams and composites in there. Still, this looks great. I mean, geez, it is literally working with all different types of boots. The one thing I would be concerned when wearing this suede boot with this jean is, how will these jeans fade? Will there be color transfer from the jean to the boot, especially with such a light colored boot like this? I have had color transfer before. You can kind of see there's that little blue line there, and around the sides, I believe they call that crocking. So I would imagine that there would be quite a significant amount of crocking if you were to wear these jeans with lighter color boots, especially lighter color rough outs and suedes, where there's just a little bit more friction on those fibers of the leather. So that's just something to keep in mind with any jean from Gustin or any Selvedge denim in general. You probably will get quite a bit of dye transfer as the jeans are breaking in. We got that cuff on these horsepower top hand 9500 suede boots. That's a good look. Oh my gosh. That is unique. I just keep coming back to the fact that these jeans are so unique, not even in how they feel, but in how they look. That little bit of glow, the red on the cuff that really draws your eye to the transition of the boot. Whew, that's cool. That is really cool. All right, here's a bonus boot that I wanted to try. I wasn't planning on putting it in the video, but after seeing these jeans work with so many different kinds of boots, I wanted to see if it would work with this boot. This is my custom cowboy boot school boot. So I went out to Montana in 2024 and attended Schwarz custom cowboy boot school. Ended up making these boots in 2 weeks there during that program. And I have videos from that up in the Boots and Ballads bunkhouse. So not only will you see extended tests, you'll also see a lot of videos every day from the custom cowboy boot school there of me building these boots. So we have a box toe as a toe shape here, kind of like a cutter toe, and it's a bison foot. You got about a 1 3/4 inch heel, and it comes up about 15 inches tall, all right? If I can get it. And the thing is, I kind of messed up the tops a little bit when I was finishing them, and I stretched them out just a little bit too much. So these boots don't work with a lot of jeans just because the tops are super wide. But because this jean is so heavy duty, it works just fine. I love where it lands on the heel counter, so plenty of that punchy heel shows. It looks really good, and I love the look of this. Let's try it cuffed now. All right, you know, I wasn't sure I was gonna be a huge fan of this cuffed look on these Schwarz Custom Boot School boots, but it looks pretty cool. Like, that's not a bad look. I still think I prefer it stacked, but geez, I'm not gonna complain about that. I like how the different colors sort of breaks it up a little bit and maybe provides a little bit more of a transition to that bison color, that chocolate bison leather there. Cool stuff. Now let's try French toe. All right, here we go. This is a French toe style boot, and it's a caiman belly from Boulet. This is model number 8502, and it's caiman belly foot, about 1.5 inches, heel there, and it comes up about 12 inches tall. This is that boot that I was talking about earlier in the video that can get swallowed up by several different kinds of jeans, and I was worried that maybe this jean would do it, but it lands in the perfect spot on that heel. A lot of jeans will wrap around that heel and sort of go right under, so I'd be walking on the cuffs all day, and I hate that. You gotta show the heel. It looks so much better when you actually show the heel of a cowboy boot, and these are looking great, just spectacular. Let's try them cuffed. All right, here are those French toe Boulets with the Gustin jeans cuffed here, and I think this looks really good. Such a unique look. I like how the dark denim is kind of broken up with the chocolate foot by that red cuff. It's so unique looking. This is a good style right here. Wow, I really like this. Now let's try a wide square toe double stitch welt boot. All right, let's finish up with a wide square toe boot with a double stitched welt. This is the Double H Jase boot, and it's new to me. It's got about a 1.5 inch heel, and it comes up about 10 to 11 inches tall. Like I said, this is new to me, so I will be doing an extended test review of this that you will be able to see in the Boots and Ballads bunkhouse. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely head on over to jeremiahcraig.com/membership and pick your preferred tier. Bunkhouse is a great place to be. Again, it's working great here. A lot of times when you try to stack jeans on a shorter boot like this, you'll get the bucket effect. But because these are so stiff, so starchy feeling, no bucket happening. These jeans do whatever they want. They're just a beast like that, even on some of these more modern style boots. Let's try it cuffed and then call it a day. All right, here they are cuffed, and I think it looks okay. You know, a boot like this, I'm not sure is the cuffing kind of boot. This is more of just like a work boot kind of deal where, you know, it doesn't really matter what kind of jeans you're wearing. It's just a get it done kind of boot. And if this is how you want to rock the get it done kind of jeans, I think it works, especially if you need to cuff it. You're not gonna hem, but maybe you're a 34 waist and like a 30 length, a 30 inseam, you're gonna need to cuff like crazy. So this is kind of an idea of what it might look like for you if you do need to cuff like crazy, and you may even be able to cuff and still get a stack out of it. I'm not sure I can do that as much, but the potential is there for sure. Let me know what you guys think of these Beast Red Fire Gustin jeans, 18-ounce denim. Are you kidding me? Super heavyweight. I really like them, but I want to know your thoughts. Let me know in the comments. Love you guys so much. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.
Have no fear, the beast is here with its heavyweight denim and high quality tier. Glowing red like fire, living up to its name. Once you try the beast, you won't ever be the same. Thank you so much for watching today. Why don't you check out this other Gustin jeans video up here? Or I got a music video down here I think you might enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe up here, and I will see you in the next one. Peace. Have a good one.